Attention passionate Kansas City CHIFS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Kansas City Chiefs' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Kansas City Chiefs fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Kansas City CHIFS FANS. Let's get to the news. Now folks, let's talk about a story that's been simmering for quite some time now, and it's got all of Chiefs Kingdom on the edge of their seats. We're talking about Travis Kelce, the heart and soul of the Chiefs' tight end position, a guy who's not just a player, but a symbol of excellence, leadership, and consistency. For months, there's been speculation swirling around Kelce's future. Will he hang up his cleats after the season? Will he chase a new adventure outside of football? And with the team's recent playoff run and that unforgettable Super Bowl LIX appearance, those questions only intensified. Kelce, ever the team player, finally gave us an answer. He's coming back for one more season. Just one more shot at glory, at adding to his already legendary career, and then maybe it's curtains for the NFL for him. But as you well know, this kind of news hits the Chiefs' fanbase like a roller coaster. On one hand, we're thrilled to see Kelce in the red and gold for another year, to see him chase that elusive second Super Bowl ring, to witness those incredible catches, those clutch moments that only he can deliver. On the other hand, there's a bittersweet feeling creeping in. We know this will be his farewell tour, a final run for a guy who's been a cornerstone of the franchise for almost a decade now. Kelce's decorated resume is nothing short of extraordinary. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time first-team All-Pro, and he's shattered records for tight ends. Most notably, the most receiving yards and touchdowns for a tight end in NFL history. His chemistry with Patrick Mahomes is the stuff of legends, a connection that's transcended the sport and created some of the most iconic moments in recent NFL history. And speaking of Mahomes, let's not forget that the Chiefs' quarterback is still in his prime, entering a window where he's arguably playing some of the best football of his career. Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent, a player who, year after year, elevates the team with his arm, his vision, and his leadership. For the Chiefs, this means that while they prepare to say goodbye to Kelce, they must also look ahead. Because the NFL doesn't wait, and the division certainly doesn't. The AFC West is as competitive as ever. Teams like the Los Angeles Chargers, Denver Broncos, and Las Vegas Raiders are all pushing hard to be relevant, to dethrone the reigning kings of Kansas City. So, what does the future hold? Well, it's clear that the Chiefs will need to start planning now, especially at the tight end position. Kelce's departure will leave a void, and the team must find a way to fill it without losing that edge. Some analysts believe that the Chiefs should take a proactive approach, not just to replace Kelce, but to find the next big weapon in the offense. Anthony Palacios from Last Word on Sports has been vocal about this, suggesting that Kansas City should consider looking beyond their usual targets and even crossing division lines, perhaps even making a bold trade for a promising young talent like Michael Mayer from the Raiders. Mayer, the highly touted tight end out of Notre Dame, has yet to fully unleash his potential in the NFL. Drafted as a top prospect in 2023, he was expected to be a game-changer, a future star at the position. However, his transition to the professional level hasn't been as smooth as many anticipated. Part of that has to do with the Raiders' shifting strategy. Last offseason, they pivoted from Mayer to Brock Bowers, a move that left Mayer somewhat lost in the shuffle. Yet many analysts still believe that Mayer has all the tools to become a top-tier tight end, especially with the right system and coaching staff. That's where Andy Reid's offensive genius comes into play. Reid has a knack for developing players, getting the best out of every piece he has on the field, turning potential into production. Imagine the possibilities if the Chiefs could acquire Mayer. He's young, athletic, and possesses the kind of receiving skills that would complement the offense perfectly. And with Mahomes at the helm, a quarterback who excels at unlocking the potential of his tight ends, Mayer could be the next big thing in Kansas City. Of course, convincing a division rival to trade their promising young player isn't a simple task. The Raiders would be hesitant, especially considering Mayer's talent and potential. But sometimes, bold moves are necessary in the NFL, especially when you're trying to sustain success over the long haul. Now, this isn't just about replacing Kels on the field, it's about safeguarding the future of the franchise. Kels's leadership, his experience, and his clutch performances are irreplaceable in the short term. But the team must also look forward, assessing what's next once Kels's career winds down. The Chiefs have built a roster that's competitive year after year, thanks in large part to the vision of head coach Andy Reid and the brilliance of Patrick Mahomes. Their success has been driven not just by talent, but by smart, strategic decisions that have kept them at the top of the league. Looking at the current season, the Chiefs are still a force to be reckoned with. Mahomes is leading a high-powered offense, with weapons all over the field, Travis Kelce, of course, being the centerpiece, but also the likes of Skyy Moore, Kadarius Toney, and rookie Rashee Rice. The offensive line has been solid, and the defense has shown resilience, especially in key moments. But everyone knows that to keep this train running, you need to plan for the future, especially at those crucial positions like tight end. Kelce's impending departure has sparked conversations throughout Chiefs Kingdom about who will step up next. Is it a young player already in the roster, or do they need to look externally? That's the million-dollar question. Many fans are also reflecting on Kelce's legacy. He's not just a great player, he's a symbol of what the Kansas City Chiefs represent: resilience, excellence, and a never-give-up attitude. His performances in big games, especially in playoff situations, have cemented his status among the all-time greats. His leadership in the locker room is just as vital as his on-field production. And it's clear that for Kelce, this might be his farewell tour, a chance to go out on top, but also a bittersweet moment for all of Chiefs fans who grew up watching him dominate in the red and gold. In the grand scheme of things, though, this moment underscores the importance of succession planning. The NFL is a league of constant evolution, where yesterday's star can quickly become yesterday's news if the franchise doesn't look ahead. The Chiefs, under Andy Reid's guidance, have always been proactive about that. Remember how they replaced players like Tyreek Hill or built around Mahomes from scratch. It's a testament to their organizational strength and their ability to adapt. As we look at the upcoming season, the focus will undoubtedly be on how the Chiefs manage Kelce's final year and how they prepare for life after him. Will they find a veteran tight end to mentor the next star? Will they trust their young draft picks to step up? Or perhaps, as Palacios suggests, they might pull off a bold trade to secure a young talent like Mayer, who could develop into a cornerstone of their offense for years to come. Whatever their approach, it's bound to be a fascinating storyline, one that could redefine the competitive landscape of the AFC West. And let's not forget the broader context, how this impacts not just the Chiefs, but their division rivals. The Raiders, Chargers, and Broncos are all eyeing opportunities to leapfrog Kansas City. The Raiders, with their recent coaching changes and draft picks, are certainly aiming to make a statement. The Chargers have their star quarterback Justin Herbert, and the Broncos have been rebuilding, looking to return to playoff contention. The division is stacked, competitive, and unpredictable. So, the Chiefs' next moves, especially at tight end, could be the difference maker in maintaining their dominance or facing a serious challenge. This upcoming offseason will be critical for Kansas City. They'll need to evaluate their roster meticulously, balancing the desire to contend right now with the necessity to build for the future. Kelce's farewell, while emotional, also signals an opportunity, an opening for new talent to rise, for the next chapter to begin. And knowing how the Chiefs operate, with their innovative coaching staff, smart front office moves, and a quarterback like Mahomes leading the charge, there's every reason to believe they'll navigate this transition successfully. So, Chiefs fans, as we savor this final season with Travis Kelce, let's also keep our eyes on the horizon. The team is always thinking ahead, always planning their next move. Kelce's legacy is secure, but the future is bright, and it's filled with new possibilities. Whether it's a young tight end stepping into the spotlight or a bold trade that reshapes the roster, one thing is for sure: the Kansas City Chiefs are not done yet. They've proven time and again that they're a franchise built for greatness. And this season, more than ever, it's about how they embrace change and continue to chase that ultimate goal: another Super Bowl victory. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Kansas City Chiefs news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Kansas City Chiefs fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Travis Kelce's impending departure? Do you believe the team is ready to move forward without him? Who do you think will step up as the next tight end superstar in Kansas City? Is Michael Mayer the answer, or do you see another player emerging from the roster or the draft? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Kansas City Chiefs. We love hearing your insights, your predictions, and your hopes for this team as they prepare for what might be one of their most pivotal off-seasons in recent memory. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and all the latest Kansas City Chiefs news you need to stay ahead of the game. Thanks for watching, Chiefs Kingdom, and as always, let's keep the passion alive and the fight going. This team is built for greatness, and together we'll see what the future holds.